Good morning, guys. I wanted to ask one question. I want to ask you guys one question. And if you need to pause the video in order to really think about it, in fact, that's what I want you guys to do. If you I want you guys to really think about it. And if you feel comfortable enough, type it down in the comments. You're on your journey to becoming your best self, to increase in all levels. But I know there's something that's pushing you to keep on going. What is that thing? What are those things? If it's multiple. Take a second, think about it. If you need to pause the video to think about it, pause the video. If you need to take 5, 10, 15 minutes to think about it, think about it. But what is that thing or those things that is pushing you to keep on going? Even when you, on days where you feel like you have zero willpower to do anything, when you feel like you have zero strength to keep on going, what is the thing or things that make you keep going? That you're just like, nah, because of this, or because of that, or because of these things that have happened to me, I need to keep going. I could tell you a few of mine, bro. I could tell you a few of mine. One thing that keeps me going is something that happened a month ago. No, not even a month ago, like two-ish weeks ago. So it's fairly new to the list of reasons why I keep going. I don't know if I talked about it on this channel, but I worked a job at Jersey Mike's, right? I've been working there from January 22nd of 2026 up until March 20 something. Yeah, up until like March 20 something. Till the end of March. And that is by far the worst job I've ever worked. The way that they treated me there, I hated it. There was one time when I was sweeping, not the lobby, I was sweeping like the area where we actually like make the subs and stuff like that, because there was nobody to take orders, right? So there was no one to serve or anything. So it was like, all right, it's like time to just like sweep up because the ground was mad dirty. And as I was finishing up sweeping, as I still had a bit to go, the manager walked over, took off his gloves and threw it on the ground right where I was sweeping. Threw it on the ground right where I was sweeping. And I don't know about you guys, but I just viewed that as such freaking disrespect. I remember another time, well, this is not even just another time, it's multiple times where this has happened, where they're just speaking to me in such rude tones, right? But they speak to everybody else all holly and jolly. But then sometimes they try to speak to me all holly and jolly. Two-faced people. And then what really set it off for me, this is the reason I quit. And I didn't quit by putting in a 2-week notice. This one made me quit. So they had this thing called like the Day of Giving or whatever. It's like some donations that they were running from like the month of March, and then like a whole big day about it. And it's supposed to be like the busiest day of the year for them. They're supposed to have like a whole bunch of people. So there was a bunch of workers already, right? There were a bunch of coworkers. And already before I even went in, I was just like, I don't even feel like being, I don't even want to go in there, bro. I don't want to go. But as I was there, I was just thinking, bro, there's way too many people here, bro. You should just send me home, right? I was just saying that in my head. And then like 2 hours later, as I was putting on like some gloves, because I threw away my last one and I was just gonna put on some new ones, he was just like, yo, Eric, get out. I was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, Eric, get out. And I know the get out wasn't in like a way of like saying that I'm fired or anything, to just like leave, because you have like, just leave. So I wasn't mad at leaving early. In fact, I was like, awesome, I get to leave early, bet. But you know what kind of pissed me off a little bit? Was the way that he frickin' said it. Told me to get out. Not once, twice. Get out. Like I'm some sort of bratty child. Like I'm some sort of nuisance. And so from that day up until my next shift was about, I think, 2 or 3 days. I was just taking that time to really think about, like, bro, I don't even think I even want to go in anymore. So I made the decision, and I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not pulling up. I'm not putting up with this disrespect any longer. So I didn't come in on that shift. And they didn't even call or text or know where I was at. So they didn't even care themselves. If it was anybody else, they would have called or texted them. But since it was me, they didn't care. They did not care. And so I texted the manager in the evening. I was just like, yo, when can I pick up my last check? Because I quit. He didn't respond. So then I texted the other manager. Yo, when can I pick up my last check since I quit? So, I think it was like a few days ago, I picked up my last check. And I just walked out. I'm probably just like, yo, why were you picking up checks? Didn't they have direct deposit? This is another thing. I gave them all my direct deposit information. And they never did it for me. They were saying they was. I reminded them 3 times. They never did. So I also viewed that as disrespect as well. Saying y'all is about to do something, I remind y'all 3 times, and y'all never do it. Alright. So right now, I'm literally just like going full into my business, doing what I need to do every single day. And the thought of how they treated me. How are they treating me, bro? Freaking hated it, bro. And that's what continues to push me, because I'm just like, I do not want to be treated like that for the rest of my life. I don't want to go to someone to be like, oh yeah, I'm about to use the bathroom, or tell them that, oh yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. No, frick no. I don't want to go to somebody and tell them when I want to use the bathroom. I don't want to go to somebody and tell them when I want to take a break. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. No. Another thing that continues to push me to do what I'm doing every single day. I talked about it in my last video with this girl that I was talking to. All right? We was talking for almost 3 months. Things were going great. Things were going great. We hang out. I'd buy us food. Spending time with each other. Feel me? Text each other every day. And then, sometime around the end of February, I think I texted her like, I think I just texted her like good morning or something like that, right? No response. Yeah, I think like a few days after that, I texted her if she wanted to meet up again. If she wanted to hang out and meet up. No response. And then I think a few days later, she responded. She was saying that she wasn't in the right headspace. And that she said that she actually does want to see me because she wanted to talk to me about something. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right. So when I came that day, due to like some other circumstances, we weren't able to meet up. We weren't able to meet up that day, and it wasn't her fault. But then when I tried to when I asked her, oh yeah, did you want to just meet up next week? Right? Ghosted. So I think the last text I sent to her was like, did you still want to have that conversation with me? Or something like that. Still ghosted, bro. And it's been like a month. That's another thing that I was just like, nah, bro. You're making me think that there was something building between us. And then you just freaking go ghost like I never even mattered. Like I wasn't even important in your life. The John still hurts a little bit. But I'm using that pain, I'm using that hurt as fuel for me to keep on going. I gotta keep on going. But treat me like that, like I didn't even matter at all. The thing is too, we were talking for almost 3 months, right? I actually wanted to be up with her to tell her how I felt about her for real. I mean, I already made my intentions clear. I was already making my intentions clear already. But I want to tell her that I wanted to take it to the next step with her, you feel me? I wanted to tell her. That's why I agreed. And then when she said that she wanted to talk to me, right? I was like, all right, this is just not, all right, bet. Maybe she wants to talk about the same thing. Maybe she wants to talk about how she feels about this, whether she's interested and wants to take it to the next step or not. So I was just like, all right, maybe this is a gateway. Then when it doesn't happen on the exact day and I try to reschedule with you, you was just like, nah, it don't even matter anyways. Nah, it don't matter like that anyways. It's not important enough. Maybe feel like I probably wasn't good enough. Almost 3 months talking, everything going good. Just completely went ghost like I never even freaking existed, bro. I don't want to be treated like that. And honestly, That's what's been pushing me too. That's what's been pushing me recently to just go harder every single day. Just keep on pushing. Every day when the day feels hard, I always just remind myself of how the job made me feel, of how she made me feel, bro. And I'm just like, nah, I gotta keep on going. I gotta keep on going. Because I don't want to be treated like that. I don't want jobs to treat me like that. I don't want no girl to think I'm not important like that. You feel me? So I still have love for I still have love for her, you feel me? Obviously not at that level. But like still have love for you, you feel me? If I saw you in person again or ran into her again, I won't hold a grudge. I wouldn't like try to disrespect her or anything. I'll keep it cool. I'll keep it calm. Feel me? I'll keep it calm. But just know, the way that you made me feel, the way that you treated me like that, the way you did me, I'm using that as fuel. I'm using that as fuel. So go right, find somebody else who's better for you. And I hope she does find that person who's for her, right? I wish her nothing but the best. And I know that the things that she wants to do, that she's gonna excel and succeed at it. I'll never hate on her. You know, I never hate on her. And I generally just wish the best for her life, her career, and all aspects of her life, you feel me? But just know, the way you treated me, the way you made me feel, bro, when you just completely left and ghosted. You didn't even want to text at least saying that you wasn't interested no more. If you wasn't interested, you could just told me that. Like we're both adults. We're literally both adults. And if you didn't want to tell me in person, you could just texted me. But nah, it wasn't even that important to you though, right? It wasn't that important to you. I bet. That's how I'm viewing these things. This person wants to treat me like this, I bet. This job wants to treat me like this, I bet. I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do. Each and every single day. I can't quit. I can't quit. I can't give up. I can't, bro. So I wanna know, what's that thing? What's that experience? Who's that person? What's the thing that keeps you going when you have when you don't have any strength, when you don't have any willpower to do it, but you're just like, nah, because of the way that person made me feel, because of the way this thing made me feel, I have to keep on freaking going. What's that thing? Like I said, if you feel comfortable enough, write it down in the comments. Was it a girl? Was it a job? Was it fake friends? Now, once you have that thought, constantly have it in your head and use it as fuel. Use it as fuel to keep on going. Yes, it may hurt when you think about it, but use that hurt, use that pain as fuel to keep on going, as your reason to keep on going, as your why to keep on going. Use it and channel it towards your purpose. Don't let it spiral you down into a sad state of mind. Use it and be like, all right, I'm going to direct this towards my goals, towards my purpose. I'm going to use this as fuel so that I can keep on going. Maybe someone said to you that you couldn't do it. Maybe someone said to you that you're crazy and that you won't amount to anything. Maybe someone said to you that you should just quit. You're not strong enough. You're not smart enough. You don't know this. Someone said that to you. Remember that. Remember that and be like, dang, I hate how these people were treating me. So you know what? You know what? I'm going to use what they said to me as fuel. I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them. Show them who you really are. Show them. When I said I wasn't going to go to college, that I was going to do business full time, because business is what I genuinely want to do for the rest of my life. And people were saying they was concerned for me, that what I was doing wasn't a good thing, that I should go to college and take the safe route and do this and do that. When they looked at me crazy for taking the risky option, I use it as fuel to keep on going. And no, I don't hate any of these people. But I'm using what they said. I'm using how they made me feel as a reason for me to keep on going. Use as fuel for me to keep on going. So when someone tells you that you can't do it, when someone tells you that you're not good at this, when you're not good at that, redirect it into your purpose. Use it as the reason to why you should keep going. Don't look at it and be like, dang, why are they saying these things about me? What if they're right? What if I can't do it? Well, no, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because you don't need anybody to tell you that you can or cannot do it. You need to convince yourself that you can do it. You need to tell yourself every single day that you can. Because screw what everybody else has to say. Screw what everybody else has to say. You are the only one that can control the outcomes of your life. The reason why you're in the position you are in today is because of you. The reason that I'm in the position of where I'm at is because of me. Nobody else can control that but me. So I'm gonna continue to focus on the things that I can control. I can't control these people's viewpoints on me. I can't control the way these people think about me. I can't control what these people say about me. But you know what I can control? I can control the inputs that I put in. I can control the effort that I put into my craft. I can control it. Use these things as fuel. Remember them constantly. If you need to write it down, freaking write it down. Write it on a notebook. Write it in your notes on your phone. If you need to. Look at it daily. Think about it. Remember it constantly and let it be the reason for you to keep on going. Because if you don't have any strength within yourself, if you don't have the willpower during the day, during the work session, look at it, remember it, and be like, dang, I know what it was like to be in that position. And I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be in that position. I don't want to be in that position any longer, so I have to keep on going. I don't want a boss who degrades me, who disrespects me. I don't want to go to somebody and have permission to go on vacations, have permission to use the bathroom, have to ask for permission and when I want to take a break. Put these on your list of whys. Pretty sure I've said this in other videos. You have to have a why when you're doing these things, especially like if you're running a business. It has to be something more than just the money. That's the end of this video. It's Friday, the 10th. It's 9:09. So I got a few things that I gotta do. I'm gonna go to the post office and then the bank probably, and hit off some work too. Just do what I gotta do for the day, hit the gym. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, bro. It's because I'm literally just thinking about it as well. I'm just thinking about my list of whys too. I'm thinking about how that girl treated me, bro. I think she really thought I was like not even a response to say I'm not interested no more. Not even that. Just completely left. Like I didn't even matter like that, for real. I didn't even matter like that. I'm remembering how this job treated me. How these managers would speak to me in a rude tone. And then sometimes try to speak to me in a nice tone. Two-faced people. I'm telling you, bro. And the thing about these managers, I know this is probably gonna be a little rant here, but bro, I was talking about this with my brother like a week ago. And we was talking, and we was just like, bro, these managers are literally lames outside of work, because their life is their job. Their life is their work. Their job, that's their job is their life. And then when they leave, just bots. They're complete bots. So I promise you, if you have a manager right now, who's treating you crazy, I promise you he would not speak to you like that outside of work. He wouldn't. Because the only authority that they have is at the job. Because of their manager title. But outside of their job, they aren't anyone. They're regulars. So that's also just another thing to think about, bro. If you have that manager who's just being all sorts of weird to you, just remember he or she, 9 times out of 10, they're never gonna talk to you like that outside of work. They're not. Because outside of work, they have no authority. They have none. So the only time they get to portray that authority that they have, the only time to get to be all rude and bossy and all that, is at the workplace. It's at the workplace. That's the only place they can do it at. But that was just a mini rant. Thanks you for watching this video, guys. Man, I really started this YouTube channel in November? Started like around the middle or end of November. Or yeah, I think it's around November. But yeah, it's been a few months. And I appreciate every one of you guys who have been watching it, who've been watching my videos. And like I said, this is usually just like a channel, just me documenting what's going on in my life, my journey, things that I'm thinking about, things that are on my mind. Because truly, literally, like, these thoughts are coming, like, these things were just in my mind. I don't script any of these YouTube videos. I don't really like write down like, oh, what I'm gonna say and stuff like that. So most of my videos, they're just off the top of my head. These videos just straight from the dome. I like to keep these videos as raw as possible. As you can see from my first video up until now, there hasn't been like any edits. I mean, the only time there would be an edit is if like the video would cut off early. Because I remember when my old phone, which is literally like right here, I didn't have enough storage for this phone that I'm recording on now. It's a newer phone. It has like 1 terabyte, so I can record as long as I want. But sometimes when I was recording on this phone, it would cut off the video randomly because it would run out of storage, and then I have to delete some stuff and then keep the video going. But other than that, there hasn't really been like edits, cut. Well, obviously I just said, but you know, I don't intentionally like edit the videos for I like to keep it as raw as possible. So even if I make mistakes with when I'm speaking or with the way that I convey my thoughts, I still upload it. Even if I stutter in anything that I'm saying, I still keep it. Because at the end of the day, I'm still human. Right? So I just like to keep these as raw as possible. So, to end off the video, I just want to ask you again. What's the reason that you keep on going? Who Who are the people? Who is the person that when you think about it, you're just like, nah, I gotta keep on going? What's the reason that when you think about it, you're just like, nah, I have to keep on going because of this, because of the way they treated me, because of how this person made me feel. I gotta keep on going. What's the reason? Type it down in the comments if you feel comfortable enough. Or just take some time throughout your day, a few minutes if you have to, and just think about it. And then when you have it, use it as fuel. Love you guys. Keep on going. Don't give up at what you gotta do, bro. Don't give up. Please.